Rlly Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip-hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tools. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I. Sean, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rlly Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Woo, 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 woo. Absolutely, we are in the building, son.
And so is your mama. No, I'm messing around, man. You already know what it is, man. It's the bearded one in.
S.I. Sean, let's do it.
Let's go, man. Shout out to everybody tuned in, paying attention. You already know technical difficulty. I wanted to first shout out Samsung for making such a bulletproof phone.
Damn, son.
My phone saved my life today, y'all. Look at this. Oh my goodness. I got attacked by a bunch of badges.
Said a bunch of wild badges stepping out the V. That's wild.
And in the phone's last act of glory, it stepped in the way. And it fought for me until I got away. Damn.
It happens though, right? I guess you know. You run across a couple of badges every now and again.
Yes, but you know what really happens though?
What's that?
A lot of this automotive news, kid. And that's what I want to keep y'all in mind, man. Rlly Radio brings you the automotive news. We got all that other stuff. We got cars. We got all of that. But at the end of the day, we like to bring y'all the automotive news on top of all of that. But don't forget, check us out. If you ain't checking us out on YouTube, you playing yourself. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Our YouTube, we're going to put the banner on down there. You already know. And don't forget, tell all your people out here, man. Let all your people know. This is what we doing. We're going to put that banner in there. Don't forget, YouTube at Gutterball Rlly. You know what the finest, man. It's the bearded one. We about to jump right in because there's a lot of automotive news, a lot of more automotive things going on. But before we get into that,
what's up?
It's the worst thing you ever did to your car, son, that you really regretted. It's the one thing that you say, you know what? I should have never tackled that, and I did it. And you screwed it up.
Damn, that's a good one. One of my favorite ones is when I was being too lazy to take out the to remove the intake the right way.
Yes.
Yo, destroy this, huh?
Oh my god. You destroyed the intake of the car? Like
the intakes, huh?
Wow.
Destroyed the intake.
And brand new intake?
Brand new, son. AM joint. Fire joint. Destroyed it.
Took your money, kid.
Oh, another one. Doing a suspension and then finally putting it back, right? I put the bolt in the wrong way and destroyed the inner threads.
Ooh. Oh. Let me tell you something, man. Shout out to everybody tuned in paying attention. Erica, what's popping? Erica Marie, what it is? What's going on, kid? I see you out there. Look, you picking corn or something. What is that? You got a whole bunch of you got a howdy on. You must be on the farm somewhere,
That's
kid.
it.
Shout out to my guy Marlon. What's good? Trust Shade Tree Mechanic. That's the worst thing he said he's ever done was trust Shady Mechanic.
Damn.
The worst thing. And you know what? This is what I like, man, because at the end of the day, everybody here is a backyard mechanic at one point or another. She said, I'm in Texas.
Oh, snap.
Oh, boy. No wonder. I see all of that going on in that background picture. I was like, oh, no.
Damn.
They done came for it. They got her. They took it down there. Well, enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy Texas. Definitely probably be a better run than New York right now. 5 miles over the speed limit, you're getting a ticket.
Damn.
But I would say the worst thing I ever did myself.
Yeah.
And I screwed it up royally. And I was like, damn, how did I do that? Couple things, man.
Yeah.
So okay, check this out. I'm getting the 4-door ready for the Gutterball Rlly. For those that don't know what the Gutterball Rlly is, that is a rally run that will command everything in you. If you like to drive, you got to rock with us. We're going to set this thing up. It's going to be real nice just to let y'all know what it is. But we're doing the Gutterball Rlly. I'm getting my 4-door EF at the time, a.k.a. Ghost. Yeah. I'm getting the 4-door EF ready. I had bought some fog lights.
Yeah.
I said, yo, you know what? I'm going to rock with these fog lights, right? So you know what I do? I end up getting the fog lights on.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't figure out how I'm gonna wire them up. They sent me some wiring and a relay, and I said, I don't need that. Tossed it. Yo. And this what I mean. These are the things you learn being a car guy.
Yeah.
Do it the right way the first time.
100%, son. 100%.
Yo, I took them fog lights and wired them up in the blinkers. in the
indicators.
In the running lights, in the side running lights, in the corner lights.
Yeah.
Yo, turned them on. I was doing good, kid. Let's go. We on our way. Let's go. I'm driving. Yeah. It's getting dark. You know what I do? I just turned the running lights on and the fog lights was on. So I think I'm killing it, right?
Yeah.
Yo, the next thing you know, son, complete darkness. Yo, the fog lights went off, the headlights went off, the running lights went off. Even the lights in the dash was off. It was pitch black in the car. I was like, yeah, I'm driving. I said, oh my goodness. Yo, I couldn't even tell. My wife was in the car with me, and I couldn't even tell her like what was going on. I was like, all right. Yeah. I pull over, I check the fuse, blew the fuse crazy.
Of course.
I said, yo, I had to take the fuse. You ready for this? I took the fuse from the radio and put the fuse in for the lights. So she's gonna be mad at me when she hears it, but to this day, she thought I didn't want to hook up the radio. I didn't have a spare fuse.
Yo, that is crazy, son.
I was like, we need this one.
So you had to up the power of the fuse then?
And I upped this, and I had to go to 20 amps.
Yo, son. Oh,
but
boy.
It worked. But that was probably the worst thing I ever did because I probably fried something. But you know what? At the end of the day, I got home and I checked it out. You know what's weird? It was like, I guess call it the ghost. It worked after that. That's what I'm saying, man. At the end of the day, you know, as a car guy, you're going to learn, man. I did a couple things I wasn't proud of. I did.
100%.
I did. I said, you know what? I'm going to do all types. I remember I was doing I was fixing my CRX. It was turbo, but it'd been off the road for a long time. Right? Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Don't forget, tell your people, man. Tell them to jump down on this YouTube right here. Bang, bang. Don't forget. Tell them to jump in. So I turbocharged the CRX, right? And I had to sit it up for a while. Drove for a little bit, had to sit it up. And in the midst of that, you know, I couldn't get it started. I was trying to change because I was going to take that on the rally. So I'm like, all right, I got to get this thing right, bro. Let's go. I got to get this thing right. Yo, I can't get the car started. Yeah, it wasn't starting, whatever reason. And I think I changed the spark plugs, and the distributor wires wasn't in the right order, so it wasn't firing right. Yo, straight up started that joint, tried to start it, wasn't working. I used some of that starter fluid. It almost burnt my hand off, son. I was like, yo, turn the key. I sprayed the starter fluid in there. Woof. Big old fireball came out the other side of the intake. Son. Yeah, the intake. I said, oh, shoot. Yo, it's crazy, man. Shout out to my guy, SP. What's good, SP? What it is? He said, I'm in here. Let's get it. You already know how we get down, man. You know how we in the building. That's a fact. But almost burnt every hair on my face because I was looking in the intake. Oh my God. That was classic material. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention, man.
That's definitely wild, though, I must say.
I was wilding.
Definitely had a couple moments, though, where, like, yeah, you nearly screwed this one right here, son.
Yo, better yet,
son.
Better yet, I still got, yo, I'm going to come up to, hold on. Go up to the camera.
Yeah. I actually got another one that's pretty interesting.
Y'all see this eyelash? Right there. It's gone. It's gone. Yeah, that eyelash was gone, son.
Yo, you know what's wild though? I got another one that's pretty funny.
Let's go.
So me and wifey, right? Shout out to her, son. We're going to the movies, right? It was late night,
yes.
Son. They're probably like 11 o'clock in the night, right? So it just finished raining. So it was like this pothole was covered with water. So I'm like, just a little puddle, no big deal.
Right.
Hit the joint, blew out the tire, right? I was like, damn, it's crazy, right? So now we turn, better, we pull over a little bit. So I'm like, all right, cool. We got a little jack in the back. We got a spare. We'll be all right.
We'll be all right. Shout out to Erica Marie. She said it's 110 in Texas right now. She said that
that singe out that starter fluid was nothing compared to where she at. Man, I do 110.
It's
Good,
crazy,
continue
son.
on.
That's
son.
wacky right there. So I'm like, I'm gonna go to the back, grab the jack that come with the car. That's when we had the Subaru, the Impreza, the limited joint.
Right.
So I go get it. So I start jacking it up.
Sheesh.
Right? Start jacking the car. Right?
Oh, okay. Woo.
He's stupid. Start jacking the car. Yo, son, mind you though, we are on a decline.
Okay.
Yo, why the car started rolling, crush the jack, son? Yo, crush the jack, son. She looking at me. She's like, "Yo, what did you just do?" I'm like, "Yo, the jack is twizzy now. It's over."
Yo,
son.
and here you go fronting like, yo, son, I'm
Son.
gonna get it done. Watch this wifey watching. You heard the start of music. It was crazy.
Yo, it was wild, son. Joint roll, twizzy the jack up. I'm like, oh snap, son. So that was pretty interesting. Wow.
Shout to Draco. He said, "What's rolling in the garage with my boy Gil trying to bring Betty out to? If you bring Betty out today, I'm meeting you outside."
That's it.
Yo, Draco. If he bring Betty outside today, I want to come see this project myself.
Nah, it's a fact.
Yo,
It's a
Draco, if you listen, I know you listening. Yo, we want to come see the project, man. When you get a chance, we want to come see the project, man. Because every week he's putting up an update, and I'll be looking at it like, yo, he is looking like the mad scientist right there. All I see is wire harness, laptop, fans, sensors. I'll be like, yo,
it's crazy.
Shout to Draco, because he's doing exactly like what car guys have to do sometimes. What we have to do here at Rlly Radio.
Factory.
Put in the pain, as my man
son.
SI would say.
100%.
So shout to Draco, and that's what we doing right now. We putting in the pain. Just want to let y'all know, man. Listen, phone lines is open.
100%.
To call up. You already know the number. If you don't, the number is 516-206-0711. We talking about it today. What's some of the greatest oomphs you've ever had rocking with your car? I've had a couple, but I want to hear the great, I've had some of the craziest situations happen, and I feel like a lot of times I did things because I didn't have the knowledge.
Yeah.
I just was like, yo, I'm going to do it. And I think that's what, sometimes you got to get over that fear. And a lot of people don't talk about that. When you're dealing with your car, it's a fear. You don't want to mess nothing up.
Yeah. A lot of times I think that's what it is, though.
It's the fear.
100%. It's like, damn, if I destroy this, it's like
it's a wrap.
And I told y'all, man, if it's the daily, you're gonna have to let that one go, son. Like I hate touching on the SI because I drive it all the time. I hate doing this, huh? I be like this. I could do it, but I'm like, yo, I don't want to.
If I screw this up, I break a bolt. It turned from a half-hour project to a 2-day project.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, I've been there.
Like,
shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Shout to my man SP. Shout to Erica Marie. Shout to my guy Marlon. Shout to SP to Don. You already know what it is, man. And shout to Draco. Draco, if you coming outside, we trying to come outside, man. Shout to everybody. Don't forget, share this if you can.
Let's go.
Share this if you can. Take that link, share it. Let people know what we doing. Let people know how we moving out here. We got a lot of things planned up, man. Hopefully, SI, where's the SI right now? To the shop?
Yeah, so I had to she had to go visit the I guess, in a sense, the troll underneath the bridge, the dealership. You know what I'm saying? So she over there right now.
He calls the dealership the troll.
It's like it's like a troll with a tuxedo or a troll with the suit on. That's what I call the dealers. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
It's crazy. So yeah, she's over there trying to straighten her out, man. Bro. I get anxiety when I leave her, huh?
Oh
yeah, well, I get a little bit of anxiety, man.
He said I get anxiety.
It's a fact. Huh?
Oh, shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention, man. We see the numbers going up. Shout to my guy Marlon. He said, I'd rather cost myself money over someone else claiming to be a professional costing me money. So I will try it myself. If I break it, I learned something. That is what I'm talking about. Unfortunately, I'm a little nervous to do that with the Type R. Let me give y'all a little update.
Let's go.
Right? So everybody knows I have the 2019 Honda Civic Type R.
Let's go. Fire,
right? So right now, I ordered a Flash Pro because I'm going. It's time, right? She's getting some work done. And don't forget, we're going to have a YouTube video on it. I'm going to show everybody what's going on. But at the meantime, I ordered a Flash Pro, and I'm waiting for the Flash Pro to get in. There's already been a dice roll.
Damn.
So I ordered the Flash Pro. I get a call from who I ordered it from. They will remain nameless because I don't want to dog them just yet. We ain't got enough followers. Don't forget, share it out to your people so we can have enough followers. You already know what it is.
Let's go.
It's the bearded one here, man. Don't forget, put this on your timeline. So I said, you know what, man? They it's gonna take about 2 months.
Damn.
I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. 2 months. So I was able to pick up the phone and I called the very reliable source, and I will put their names out. Full Throttle. They're on Horace Hardin. I called Full Throttle.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, do y'all have a Flash Pro for FK8 Type R? You know what they say?
No.
We don't have any more right now, but we have another one next week. Let's go.
Damn.
Let's go. Shout to Full Throttle. They've been doing it a long time.
Nah, it's a
I've been there. Shout to Kenny. I don't
Yeah.
even know if they because I know they moved now. They on the Horace Hardin.
Mhm.
But whenever I was looking for parts, I knew I could go there. You could order it there. You could buy it, whatever. It's just now that the internet is involved, you think you can just order it straight from these? Nah.
Yeah. Nah, I hear you.
Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Don't forget to share it to your people. Let them know what it is, man. It's the bearded one. Zoom for Zoom is in the building.
Let's go.
Listening while painting the garage. My man, he's painting the garage. Yo.
That's ill, son.
Shout to everybody who's taking on a serious project, whether that's a house, the garage, the car, because yo, shout to y'all. And let me tell you, kid, I've done a couple this year, and I ain't finished.
Yeah.
So shout to Zoom for Zoom. You know how we get down, man. So now the Type R is like, is one thing that I've realized with this Type R, right? And that's that I want to do it the right way. You know, when I had my CRX and I didn't do it the right way.
Yeah.
I was just doing whatever. Like, okay, I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna no real rhyme or reason, if I could say. And now I feel like that was also a learning curve. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now that I have this CRX, that's another thing that I've been contemplating is what to do in the right way. But now, with the Type R being new, being brand new, not brand new, excuse me.
Yeah. I hear you.
Used new. I said, you know what, man? I'm gonna do this the right way. So first, it has to be jailbroken.
Yeah.
It has to be jailbroken. And a lot of people, I've read a lot of forums and things that a lot of guys is not doing that. They just putting the intake on, the exhaust on, car not running right. I said, I don't want that. So in order to really get this thing running with the with tuning or with parts, you got to jailbreak it. And the Flash Pro helps you jailbreak.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that first. We're going to get into it because I got a couple of the parts for the car that we're going to put on. It's going to be very interesting. Take the ride with us. Don't forget, share us out to your people.
That's fire.
It's definitely going to be hot, man.
You know what I learned just over the years, like, well, because I made this error last year, I should say. Son, I have like no patience with the whip sometimes, huh?
Meaning?
Yo, son, like I be so aggravated doing something.
Keep it a buck.
And that's the car I messed up the hub on. I put the bolt in the wrong way. Damn. You know, it's funny. Wifey's like, yo, just chill for a second. Because I was so determined to do it because we was getting ready to go to the till.
Yes.
I'm like, yo, we going in like a day. So I'm like, I got to get the car right. And that's what I mean, son. It's like, yo, my patience sometimes, like, everything was going smooth too, but I was like this, yo. Aggravate me, son. to get the strut back and the knuckle was crazy.
Ronald McDonald stuff.
Yes.
I've been there.
Yeah, I'm telling you, son. It's real. Like,
and
it's interesting. Son.
You know what's crazy? I've been upset, and you know what? Not for nothing. When I've been upset, it a lot of times it helped me. It really helped me push to the. But there's times where you got to take a break. Shout to Marlon.
Nah, that's a fact, son.
He said that one time. He said, "You know how many times I done sold this car in my head?" I said, "That's hilarious." It's the truth, though. It's the truth. You get a project going,
you ain't lying,
and you be like, yo, I'm done with it. Shout to SP, said the house is almost blinged up.
Let's go.
Next, we will be back to the project car. Listen, take your time, brother.
Factory.
Take your time. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention, man. Don't forget, share it to your people because we gonna be sharing it out.
That's a fact. Yo, you know what I seen? You know what I seen today? On my way to the troll with the suit on.
What you got? Troll with the suit.
A 400Z.
Wow, you saw one
white
in a while?
One. Yeah, son, white one.
Wow.
You know I had to run down on him.
I love it.
I was like, yo, how you like that? He's like, yo, I love it. I just picked it up 2 weeks ago.
How much you pay? 100,000?
Son, I didn't even get to that because the light was turning green and we had traffic behind us, so we just started rolling or whatever.
Yeah, I'd have gave him tires.
But I must say though, like in person seeing it, I was trying to tell wifey, I'm like, I don't know how to feel about it though. I'm glad it's built. You know, I didn't see the paint falling off or none, so that was a good sign. You know what I'm saying? It was manual.
Hilarious.
It was manual too, but as I was telling her, I'm like, yo, it moves kind of spongy though.
Like soft.
Yeah, like his maneuvers, what it was like, the cars seemed like.
I would like
I
to
don't
believe
know.
he didn't have it in sport mode.
I was thinking that too. I'm like, yo, he probably got it in the softest setting or whatever like that. But don't get me wrong, he was moving in it though. Like I seen him from way back, and then after that, after he got in front of me, whatever, he started doing his thing. I'm like, yo, this looks a little spongy though. I don't know.
You know what though? At the end of the day,
It looks good though.
It does.
See, I don't know. I'm in between now because I'm like, yo, I don't know.
Thinking about that BMW Super still. I know. It's okay. Continue. Shout to Zoom for Zoom. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention.
That's a fact.
If you're not following on YouTube, you're playing yourself. Don't forget, that's what we really like to bring the drama.
Mm-hmm.
Follow us on YouTube if you can. Right there, bang, bang. YouTube at Gutterball Rally. You know where to find us. Don't forget to drop by on our Instagram page too, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Instagram at Gutterball.
Go check it out.
Check out all of that. But in the meantime, I will say, right,
Mhm.
I've definitely tackled projects and I was determined to finish.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%, son, 100%. I know what you mean.
But my determination has walked me down the path of not righteousness. I've done things. Shout to everybody tuned in, paying attention. I remember, you want to laugh, and you know we're gonna laugh at this one for a little minute because this one is actually car guy stuff, but it was street stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't recommend anybody doing this. There was a point where I wanted to drive my car, and I couldn't. I couldn't get insurance. It's too young. Couldn't get nothing like that. So you know what I did, man? I ran to my homeboy I went to see the troll under the bridge, and he said, "Listen, I got these insurance cards for sale." Yeah, I did it.
Damn.
He said, I got these insurance cards for sale, man. Listen, you give me $200 some odd right now. I'll give you the insurance card. You go get your plate. And he said, what you do is you're just going to give me like $400 every 6 months or like something like that. And you'll keep me insurance. He said, but if you get into an accident, that's it. Like it ain't no coverage for real.
Said really ain't no coverage there, bro.
Really ain't no coverage there, fam. And you know what? That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you be so wanting to do something and so determined to do something. I went with it. All right, let's go. Got the plates. I was driving the CRX, man. Oh, man, I loved it. But here I go. You ready for this? I sham the guard. I don't even pay him the $400. I sham the troll under the bridge. I said, I'm not even paying him.
Shocked him.
I shocked him. Ha ha, got one on you. Da, da, da. Right? But played myself to the fullest. You know why? Because then the DMV sent me a letter talking about, yo, your insurance is basura. We need them plates back. Oh, man. This is what I mean about determination, man. And I be telling y'all some stories, man. I'm sorry, but
damn, son.
I said, okay. So I said, yo, I'm just rocking.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm dangerous right now. This is I was young.
Yeah.
Right? We call ourselves going to Zariga or Hunts Point. We went to Hunts Point first and went to Zariga to see the drag races, right?
Yeah.
Yo, shout to Zuma. So he said my man was hot in them streets. I was wilding. So we go to Zariga or Hunts Point. We're looking at all this racing. You know, we excited. So we on our way back, right? We on our way back and we boogieing. Shout to my man Derek, man. I ain't seen him in a while, but he had a Dodge Avenger. I had my CRX, my other homeboy Will. He had his Prelude at the time, whatever, right? And Shy, Shy was in the Avenger with these cats. So you know how we do. We go wham, wham, wham. We flying down the highway, right? And I'm flying. I do a move in the CRX 1-2, like I'm doing like $120.
Yeah. He's over the top.
I'm wilding. I'm super wilding. I'm over the top, right? So now, as I'm super wilding, I do a dirty dip. I call it a dirty dip when you do the 1 to 3 lane.
Yeah.
Like, boop, 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 boop. Like, can you mess with that?
Mm-hmm.
I look in the rear view, see if my man Derek was rocking with that, and I see a Crown Vic putting the cherry in the window.
No way, son.
He put the spin. Yeah. He put the cherry in the window, and it's going on. Woo woo! I'm in the car with my cousin, Clarence. It's me and him in the car, right? And I'm like, oh man, now this is a race.
He said, now the race is on.
Now this is a race. So here I go. I downshift from 5th to 4th. Bang bang. Start taking off. because mind you, it's a single jingle,
Oh, I
y'all.
was about to ask you what engine you had in the car.
No B series at this time. It was
no,
single jingle.
No single VTEC, none.
Nada. That was the regular
was
DX
wildin'.
motor, son. Oh my goodness. Y'all laughing. I hear y'all laughing at home. So I'm like, all right, I downshift to it. I'm punching it. I'm putting this thing in the floor. Car screaming.
Leaning it.
Car screaming, right? Yo, why? I can't front. We flew past my man Will. He was trying to figure out what was going on. Yo, the next thing you know, kid, we get off at Francis Lewis exit. And you know that exit is like 25 miles an hour?
Yeah, son.
Yo, we got off at least at like 85 miles an hour. We was, like I said, shout out to everybody's tuned in, paying attention. I do not advocate for street wildness like this. Yo, got off and immediately, because you know it's two ways you could go. You can either go fully around or you could get off.
Yeah.
I just went straight, got off. And then I just busted the quick right and then parked the car, turned the car off, dropped the lights, sat back in the seat like this. Me and Clarence. He's like, yo, you think Derek got caught? I said, I don't know.
Damn.
He said, so why are we sitting here? Yo, I ended up jumping right back in the wheel, son. I started the car back up. We drove our way home, kid. Yo, Derek got hit with wild tickets because he was like, "Where's your boy at?" Because I was out of there, son. I was out of there. So yeah. I don't advocate none of that. But I just like to tell my stories, man. At the end of the day. Yo, and not for nothing, right?
Yeah.
The next day,
mm-hmm.
I took them plates back.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, he's like, I had it.
Yo, they suspended my license for like 5 months.
Wait, hold on, why did you suspend your license?
So, okay, apparently what I didn't know is it's illegal to drive around without insurance. Nah, I was young then. I didn't know.
Yo, you know what's wild though, son? You know what's wild? Remember when I had the Integra?
Yeah.
So, remember I had Rhode Island plates on there at the time?
Yes, sir. Dirty.
No insurance, son. Yo, son, mind you, remember I was wheeling it all the time.
This is what I mean, man. The drive to drive.
Yo, remember, son, when you first started driving? Though, remember that's when I really first started driving was with the Integra.
Yeah,
son, the urge to drive, none could stop me, son.
Nothing could stop you.
And thank God I didn't get into nothing crazy. Everything was smooth, son. You know, I had a couple run-ins though, but like you said, I was punching and I'm out of this, son.
Yeah, son.
That was it.
Shout out to everybody tuned in.
Son, I remember I was doing that for like a year.
Word?
Yeah, son, for a minute. For a minute, B.
I can't front.
For a minute, son.
That was the dirtiest hours ever. And because I had came to such a close call, I said, nah, I'm taking these plates back.
Damn.
So I took the plates back. They suspended my license for 5 months. What they say is we suspend your license for like double the time that you had
the plates full.
Right. So I was I think it was more than 5 months. I don't even remember because I was like, I ain't even driving anyway. Like whatever. You know what I mean? I was on the bus for a little minute, footy, word up. But the drive to and that was a mistake. And that's what I mean. Sometimes you're so determined to do something that you will make a mistake. And there's many a times in the automotive world where I've made a mistake. It's many a times doing something that I've made a mistake, that I've let the wrong person work on my car, that I've let them, you know what I mean? I bought the wrong part, or I tried to install the wrong part anyway, do it the wrong way. There's many a times where I have broke something or did something. And you know what? There's a lot of times where I say, yo, I learned. That insurance game, no, that's not a problem. Don't do that.
Nah, absolutely not. Son.
And I had a couple close calls, kid.
Damn.
I had a couple close calls. I remember one time I was flying up what was it, 122nd? No, 120th.
What?
I was flying up 120th, man, and somebody was busting a right, and the light was turning yellow for me, but I tried to make it, and the person punched it anyway. They went through. Yo, kid. All you heard was tires squealing. And you know it's a front wheel drive car. See, that's another thing about front wheel drive cars is remember, you and I already know this.
Yeah.
That it's powering and it's turning.
Power turning, stopping.
It's doing everything.
Every job.
So it's like, yo, if it's doing the wrong thing, you know what happened? I locked up.
Damn.
But luckily I cut the wheel, and then when it finally stopped, it just went this way. Yeah, and that's what I said. I said after that, I gotta take these plays. I'm dangerous.
He said I'm dangerous.
I'm
so you,
super dangerous.
So you saying somebody came out the block fast, like you thought they was gonna stop,
Yeah,
and they went for it.
And they went for it. Yeah.
And you was motoring down
I
there?
was motoring. Why? Why? And that's what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, I had to give a lot of that a break, bro. I was wilding. And this is what I'm saying.
But that's why you drive the way you drive now. Not saying you drive like, you know, you old or whatever, but you be like this. Nah, son, it's the time and place for real.
Because I've been there where you like, yo, I shouldn't do that. And I did it anyway. And I got caught doing 95 in a 50, 105 in a 50, switching lanes without signaling, disobeying a police order. I've had tickets. I've had run-ins with police, and that's why I don't. It gotta be right. It gotta be right because that I'm gonna be honest, man. That stopped me from getting some high horsepower joint from when I first started.
I believe you. That
insurance game is crazy. If anybody else got anything like that, man, don't forget to call up, man. The number is 516-206-0711. You know we love to hear the stories,
That's
man.
Crazy, son.
The number's at the bottom over there. We're going to stop it off the ticker, though, because I know a lot of people be like, yo, the number's scrolling. But,
Damn, son.
Yeah, son, I can't front. That was definitely one of the craziest kind of, and that's what I'm saying, out of determination, man. But shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We're gonna jump right into the show. You know who's doing something out of determination?
Who's that?
Ford.
Damn.
Shout to Militime NYC, our resident Ford guy. Ford is out here actually trying to make things happen, bro. And I can't front. It looked like they going that route, but we're gonna jump right into it just a little bit. You ready for this?
Let's go.
Here we go.
Weekly specs. Auto news for all the listeners, only on Rlly Radio.
All right, now you already know what it is. We talked about it a little bit. Ford CEO, Mr. Farley, aka I never drove a real car in my life, says it's the right time to build the Mustang GTD supercar. Yes,
that's
and if we want to sell $300,000 Mustangs, you got to be at the quail, is what he says. Ford Motor Company has made supercars before, like the Ford GT that took on the Ferrari and Le Mans and won. If you haven't seen that movie, you playing yourself. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Shout out to my guy, Militime NYC. Young, dumb, and dangerous. That is a fact. Oh, yes. Shout out to Marlon. He said, also, when you start spending crazy big money on your cars, you adhere to time and place a lot. Yeah. Telling you.
Yeah, I agree.
When your car costs a lot of bread, you ain't wilding. And that's like with this Ford Mustang GTD car. So, yeah, we're going to get into it a little bit. It says now the automaker's taking the supercar recipe to its everyday Mustang pony car, featuring supercharged performance and a supercar price of around $300,000. Y'all heard me right.
Give me your fucking money.
Mustang Ford is out here building a Mustang GTD supercar for $300,000. The Mustang GTD debuted at Monterey last week. I don't know if y'all saw that.
That's crazy.
The reveal was crazy. And I got to get me like one of those sheets that they be having when they unveil the car, because it's like it slides. Right,
it's like velvet or something, right?
What? This is nice. What is that? Velvet. Now, it was definitely, you know what I'm saying? But they unveiled it. It's coming with its most powerful V8 ever, a version of the GT500's Predator 5.2-liter supercharged V8, producing 800 horsepower.
Damn.
And in order to keep it at a preferred 50-50 weight distribution, Ford is using a rear transaxle, a first for a road-going Mustang, which will house an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission. I already know where you are going.
Son, so again, I gotta ask, like, where do we draw the line at, son?
It's $300,000. It's $300,000.
Yeah, but again, like we said, like, where do we draw the line at, son? It's the dual clutch.
All right. I tell you what, let's keep going. We didn't want Aston Martin and Mercedes and Porsche to have all the fun with their cars, CEO Jim Farley tells Yahoo Finance. He says, and we think it's kind of the right time for us to build a Mustang at the higher end, 300,000 range. Also, for a road-going Mustang, the GTD will use the rear trunk space to house its all-new rear suspension and spring setup. Seen in race cars and super exotic race cars, the GTD was given an integral link, push rod, and rocker arm architecture, where the car's active shock absorbers and coil-over springs are arranged in a horizontal cross pattern. Wow.
Yes.
So they put all the money into suspension handling, horsepower, and said, off the transmission. What you think of that?
So,
And that's why I wanted to talk about it
yeah,
because I know how you get down.
I'm thinking, right? You think they use the dual clutch out the like what is that? The Ford GT?
The Ford GT was dual clutch or manual?
Nah, the new one.
Oh, the newer one.
Yeah,
I'm about to
yeah,
say because
yeah.
I'm thinking. I'm sorry. I'm thinking
Nah.
2005,
Yeah, yeah,
2006. I'm sorry. That was my fault.
Yeah.
But I will say this, right? That's a very good. I would think so.
Think it'd be right because look, they poured all the money to the engine and suspension and all that. Hey, you know what? We got a sick dual clutch over there anyway out there, Ford GT. Let's just drop it in.
Yeah.
But this bothered me because again, where do we draw the line? Can somebody get this and be like, yeah, you know what, bid when I'm fast? Yeah, what's up? It's auto.
I mean, kind of though. It's fast, bro. Ain't no way around that. And not for nothing. That's our debate for today too.
Mm-hmm.
Manual or dual clutch? Kind of man are you? Don't forget, call up 516-206-0711. I will say this, however, right? It does have a dual clutch, and you know how we feel about it.
Yeah. Okay.
But again, we talked about this like when we talked about the rotary. Remember, I was like, yo, no way would I want to keep a rotary engine in an RX-7. And it seems like it's shout to my guy, shout to Phil. He said, nah, the 8-speed is new.
Okay.
Yo, you already know. Because it's gangster early. So here's the thing. Like you said, when it comes to operating a certain machine, this is how you're going to go about it, right?
Yeah.
Don't forget, share it with your people, man. Let us know what's going on.
Factory.
That's just being part of the machine. That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So if I got to drive it, like I said, it's like the same thing with the GTR. It doesn't mean that I would not want a R35 GTR manual. Of course we would. But at the end of the day, it don't come like that. So what you going to do?
Damn.
But
That's
I will
interesting, son.
Dual clutch is it. Shout out to my guy. He said dual clutch is it.
I hear that.
Yo, I mean, but you know, this is a Porsche guy. Javern, he a Porsche guy. He think we don't see him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he say he a BMW guy, right? He's a Porsche guy. So I will say this, however, dual clutches it is to me as far as like numbers and time, but as far as engagement.
It ain't it for me, son. The dual clutches and the autos with the torque converters and all this is not it, son.
Yes,
it's not.
But I will say this, however, man. I will say this, right? When it comes down to this, especially a $300,000 Mustang GTD, if it's gonna go for $300,000 in that price range, you think that person is driving manual? You think they really chasing track times?
Neither.
Really?
I think it's neither, son, at that point in time.
We're gonna put
it's neither, son.
We're gonna put up a picture of the GTD Ford Mustang supercar because I actually put it up in my story of the reveal. And when you look at it, it is it looks like a Porsche with Mustang headlights.
Yeah, dude, it look wild.
I mean, like
it looked like a GT3 car though.
They chasing track time.
They ain't chasing no time.
I would think they're chasing track time. If you're gonna buy a $300,000 supercar,
son, you ain't. Yeah, that's gonna go somewhere and collect dust. What you talking about? They ain't. So they're not tracking that car, bro.
It's not like it's numbered.
They don't matter. Not tracking it. I'm telling you, B. A lot of times these guys buy these cars or female buy these cars, they're not tracking nada, bro. Nothing.
I don't know, son. I beg to differ. I would like to believe that these guys out here tracking.
Yeah, I would like to believe it too, but that's just not what it is.
Shout to Phil. He said, only thing dual clutch is boring.
Damn.
Whoa.
You see what I'm saying, Dr. Phil?
Listen. This is why I love the debate.
This is what Phil's on to something.
Shout to Drake. He said high-end tree H.
Damn.
Listen. I will say this. At the end of the day, it's dealing with that machine. And this is one of the reasons why I went and bought the Type R.
Okay.
This is.
All right, so I gotta ask you. You had 300K laying around. Like, you know what? Somebody to go cop some. You gonna get yourself a dual clutch?
Nah.
Not for real. Like, it's okay. Like you could
for
be like,
300K, right? I would most definitely go after the very first Ford GT. I would definitely. Like if I had that kind of.
But do you see what I'm
around,
saying? No, you see the direction you went. This is what I'm saying. It's like I got 300 grand. When I'm about to go grab.
Look,
Nada.
Most of the guys buy them cars for clout. Shout to
See what I'm
Marlon.
Come on, Marlon.
Spicy.
See what I'm saying?
Javern says in a slow car. Phil says I'm with SI. Neither. It's gonna sit in some collector's garage.
Come on, bro.
I don't think so. It's not like they're making only a couple. You can buy them.
It don't matter.
I don't know, bro. I would like to believe if a $300,000 supercar,
fam. I think it changes once you start spending 300 grand like this. track it, break it. Now what?
Wait a minute.
Come on.
Wait a minute. Can't. That's our pockets.
No,
I
no.
don't got to, because if I got 300 bands, we ain't got nowhere to live. It's one of the other. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. You know what I'm saying? I can't. But you figure if you really starting out a racing team and you got a budget of $3 million, you're like, you know what, man? I could get 2 of these for 600,000, maybe some spare parts from Ford for another 400, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't crash it and you don't tear the body up, right?
Yeah.
But we talking about serious racing. We're not talking about, oh, you know what? Like, remember,
this ain't no weekend club, you saying?
nah, this ain't no weekend club joint. You ain't gonna see this. If you see this in the street on the weekend, I got a bridge in Brooklyn to tell you.
I mean, I see.
They said it is a road legal race car. Though. That's what they call it.
Porsche sell them all the time.
Oh, he talking reckless. All right, I hear you, Marlon. He said if you go to Cars and Coffee events a lot, you'll see a lot of high end cars at a garage queens.
Yeah, 100%.
I remember I cleaned up my boy in his Evo X MR and asked him what happened. You missed the shift. He was tight.
That's funny. That's a good one.
I will say this though, right? Track it, break it, then sell it over on Hillside Ave.
Damn.
You know why that's funny though? Because I went there first to look for my M35, and they was wilding. They was like, "Yeah, 28,000. We want 28,000 for a car with 130,000 miles." They said, "How much you got?" I said, "That sounds like a robbery question, fam. You can't ask me nothing. Don't ever go to Hillside for a car." He said, "Yo, how much?" He said, how much you got, man? Like, how much you got?" I was like, "What?" I was like, "Yo, what you mean? How much I got?"
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much money you got? I said, that sounds like a robbery question, bro. I left right out of it. Peace. Shout to everybody who's paying attention. Though. We got our first call.
That's wild, son.
Rlly Radio, who we got in the box?
Yo, it's your boy Big J in the building.
Yo, Jay,
go,
what
Jay.
it is, man? You hear the question. What's going on out here? Listen, dual clutch or full manual? What you doing?
Ooh, okay. It's hard to answer this depending on the application.
Uh-huh.
So,
Can y'all hear the caller? Make sure if y'all hear the caller, drop it in the comments.
I think that makes it even easier, though, Jay. I think it makes it easier.
it makes it easier. No, don't get me wrong. I mean, it's hard to say, man, because I mean, dual clutch has been sweet, but I mean that manual, you can't go wrong with the manual though.
You can't, son.
Wait a minute. He said, wait, what did he say?
So you can't go wrong with the
No,
manuals, huh?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you really can't. You can't go wrong or ruin your own gears. I mean, that's just what a sports car is.
Damn. Sports car,
But
race car.
So let me ask you a
But I
question.
mean-
What is a GTR?
all right, so that's true. That's a dual clutch.
So what like this is the thing. I'm trying to broaden SI's horizons.
Yeah, here we go.
Keep
an open mind. No way. No way.
open mind.
I'm good.
Now, here's the question though. With the let's look at something like a
shit.
Porsche.
Okay.
I think it was the GT3.
Okay.
The GT3, I believe is that. I think that's the PDK dual clutch. I think.
Nah,
I know I could be wrong about it.
You probably referring to the RS. The RS come with that PDK.
Yes.
In
Yeah.
GT3, you could get in the PDK, but you get it with the 6-speed too, though.
Well, I was going to say, like, do you feel that it's better with the 6-speed, or do you feel it's even better with the PDK?
Well, you know what?
Mhm.
SI Sean here asked you for his birthday. Actually, what did
Yeah.
you drive for your birthday?
So I actually had the privilege of driving a 2019 GT3 RS with the PDK in it. And again, it was cool, but I could imagine what it is to be rolling the gears in that thing. Whew. It
I
was
can
all right.
imagine
Don't get me
that,
wrong,
too.
Jay. It was cool. Shifting fast and all that stuff you want to do, whatever. But like the Debatable said, man, that lack of engagement, though, it's just still like, it's just not there, son.
It's like tofu.
Yeah, son.
Yeah.
It's not it.
But now this goes into the next thing. In fact, I actually want to kind of make a bit of an announcement.
Oh, what happened?
Okay.
So, officially, come about 2 weeks from now, I got picked up for a new job out here.
Let's go.
I am going to be doing composites for carbon fiber,
Oh, that's fire.
and I'm working with things like SpaceX and Boeing, and now I'm also going to be working closely with Porsche.
Nice.
Let's go. Let's
So-
go.
Basically, the bodies that you see on the carbon fiber bodies you see on Porsche,
Yes.
I'm going to be putting that together.
Oh,
Wow.
that's fire. That's
So
fire.
now that means you'll be able to tell us everything we need to know as far as the composite of the materials, and how much weight are they really shaving. Don't forget, y'all. If y'all tuned in, don't forget YouTube at Gutterball Rally. Don't forget, man. This is Rally Radio. YouTube at Gutterball Rally. You already know what it is. The bearded one here.
That's our Sean, baby. Let's do
And
it.
y'all know how we get down, man. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We appreciate you, Hanley. I see you over there, Vern. Is that Vern or his brother though? I'm looking at the.
Nah, if one of them talking dude clutch, that's definitely Vern.
Yeah,
that's definitely Vern.
That's Vern.
No, but you know what though, and it's funny because because like that new Mustang got released, and if no one doesn't know, if you look at the body of that car, that's straight up carbon fiber.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks a little funky like
so,
that.
what's your thoughts on that? Let's get your thoughts on that, right?
You know what I mean? It's about time Ford kind of stepped up because, let's be honest, like they knew the Ford GT, it was kind of those like, those wasn't even like cars you would see driving on the street. Those were like, collector cars. Now you got a car that's basically built as a world beater that you know is going to trickle down to like all the other Mustangs later on in the future. The fact that Mustang has, I think, the transmission is like mid-mounted now?
Yes.
So now it's like 50-50 weight distribution.
Yes.
And I think even like the body's so wide on it, I think it's like 325s in the front.
It's definitely wide.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I will say this, right? But in all honesty, right? Dual clutch is like you said, it's just not as engaging. It's not. I remember I drove a Porsche 911 Carrera, right?
Yeah.
And when I drove it, it was PDK, it was dual, and I just was like, it's okay.
Yeah, like
I just couldn't understand how you crash it. I was like, yo, okay, you doing and you crash it? Like, how do you do that? Like, I just couldn't understand.
But you know what though? But that's the thing is that essentially that Mustang, what they're building for that Mustang, it's not meant for like regular road racing. That is meant to be the Nürburgring. It's meant to be on the Nürburgring, and it's trying to go for a sub 7-minute time, which you got to think for a Mustang, that's insane.
I mean, just the fact that they're building something like this for a Mustang is crazy. Shout to my guy Zoom for Zoom. He said you drive a dual clutch auto if you want your car to tell you how to drive, and manual is if and when you want the car to do what you want it to do.
Man.
Woo.
He's on to something.
Big words.
So he's on to something, man.
Shout to Vern. I see Vern said never sub 7 seconds. That's
Vern don't think it can make it happen?
Nah, I guess not.
I don't know, son.
But you know, Vern in the street, he know.
Yeah.
He know. But I will say this, however, Jay. First off, congratulations to you for getting that new job, because I know on top of that job, you being around the Porsches, you're gonna be around some paper.
That's a fact.
I know that for a fact.
And it's cool because like the first thing I'm doing is I'm learning the weaves. I'm doing the weave by hand myself.
Really?
So so then I'm doing the weave by hand by myself and going from there.
That's hot right there.
Yo, Jay, man, I need a carbon fiber hood, JDM CRX though. We have that?
It's right so crazy.
What you say? Yo.
Oh,
He's losing him, Jay.
That's it.
Oh no, that's the government. The Tesla. Marlon said that he thought he was gonna say he worked for Tesla. Like, oh no. Yo, Jay, you here?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Sound like you went through a tunnel. Freaking
sorry about that.
It's all good, kid.
I was saying that honestly, I think we could probably build the mold because it looks like we could pretty much make anything.
Oh snap!
I'm gonna keep that in mind, man, because
100%.
I'm gonna tell you, the hardest thing about an older build, and shout to Draco. I know he's going through when you're doing an older build, the parts like that are like gold. So I know they hard to find. Yo, Jay, shout to you, man. Shout to you for being put on with a new job.
That's a fact. That's fine.
That's our connection to the West Coast over there. Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Not every podcast got access to the West Coast.
That's a fact, right?
But we do. Truth, can I get a suit? No, I'm stop playing. But I will say this, however, Jay, I'm happy for you, bro.
Let's go.
In the meantime, how's our ISF doing over there, brother?
Good. Drinking gas. Listen, I'm not gonna host you. Look. I might need you guys to send me some 93 because your boy's dying out here.
Need some 93?
This $5.79 gas is just not doing it right now.
Yo, Jay, how often do you drive the car?
Every day.
Damn. And you got
every day, and it's not. That is not cheap.
So wait, you have the option from 91 to 93? That's what they do?
No. I wish we had 93. We only got 91.
Ooh. Why would California only have 90? Wow.
It's California.
I don't know. It's like I pour Snapple into the car.
Damn.
You got can you convert the E85? Shout out to my guy Vern. He said can you convert the E85? Use the E85 flex fuel?
I mean, I could do E85, but then it just comes down to just where I gotta drive, and it's just I don't feel like doing all that.
Damn, man. I hear you, Jay. Yeah. First off, shout to Jay. Shout for giving us a holler, man. And 100%. Shout to him. So that's one vote we got.
Yeah.
For dual clutch.
No, Jay's not with the dual clutch.
So Jay, wait.
I mean, I like the. Okay. Here's the thing. It's hard for me to say because I kind of technically have a dual clutch, so I'm a bit biased on it.
Do you like it?
I mean, it's not bad. I'm not gonna hold you. I kind of miss the row in my gears, but it is what it is.
Come on,
so
son.
shout to Cocaine Aristo on Instagram because I got a chance to see his Lexus or Aristo GS300 and it's manual.
Ooh.
See what I'm saying?
And it's manual.
Very
I don't know how he did it. It's manual.
Oh yeah, if they come manual.
I mean, if you get it, I guess from overseas. I'm not sure. I think
100%.
he converted this car all the way through.
Oh shit.
Oh, you can easily convert those. They're not difficult at all.
I mean, how many you see?
I haven't seen one in a while.
Seen a good couple. It just depends on what transmission you want to use. If you want to ball out and get the Super 6-speed, go for it. But if you want to get a little cheap with it, just get the 350Z transmission.
Oh, the Z. Listen, I've been hearing about that swap. Shout out to my guy SRT Will that we follow on Instagram. He has IS300 with a 2J swap in it with a 350Z transmission.
Very interesting.
And he said he's having wow issues out of it.
Damn.
Oh yeah, the CD09 is kind of the tried and true. That one I learned from my boy Ron Jones. So that was
shout out to Ron Jones.
That was
Super
something
Cat.
kind of trickled down to me.
Super Cat. Yeah. We follow him too, man. Shout to Ron Jones.
That's wild.
Let's go. Shout to my guy Jay, man. Yo, Jay, let him know where you at, man. Shout you out, man. Where you at? What's your Instagram? Let him know everything, man. Let's go.
My Instagram is that2URSEJ. That is my IG. I'm out here on the West Coast. Just look me up on Facebook, and hey, I'm here just doing my thing.
Let's go. He's coming soon. He's coming soon to a Rlly Radio episode near you. You know what to do, man. Yo, Jay, we appreciate you. We gonna move on, but thank you for that vote. So we gonna put Jay on the fence.
That's true. I appreciate that. But nah, man, listen, you guys, please have a good one.
Factory, you too.
You do the same, kid. Thank you for tuning in and checking in with us because we know the time difference is crazy over there.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we appreciate you just tuning in.
That's a little 3 hours, right?
I mean, shoot, that means that is what? 10 o'clock over
like
there
11?
right now, man?
11 o'clock?
Like 10:09.
Yeah,
10:09.
see, that's a little early for the guard. But I hear you, and we appreciate you for that, man. Shout to Jay. Let's go. Shout to my guy.
Let's go.
Yo, Jay, we gonna put you down for the vote. You already know what it is, man. We gonna get back with you, okay?
Go for it.
All right, kid. Peace. Later. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. You already know what it is. Shout out to Javern. He said you can get a DCT conversion on a 2J.
What?
I'm gonna tell you, son.
Damn.
Vern he's stirring the pot.
Nah, he is, son.
He's stirring the pot just a little bit. But I will say though, I'm actually happy for Ford because they did recently have a little bit of a situation. Well, let's get into this a little bit, man. It looks like Ford Farley.
Yeah.
He took a F-150 last week. F-150 Lightning, by the way. He took it out on Route 66. Everybody know Route 66 through Texas. said he had some challenges.
Yeah, it's a
You
fact.
know, whenever they say that, it's a problem.
Some charging realities, I think they called it, right?
Yeah,
Something like that.
Some
Mhm.
supercharging realities. Not our fault, sir. Do yourself a favor, sir, and get yourself a real car. Don't mess with no EVs. That's the one. That's where we draw the line over here, man. Ain't no vote on that. If you rocking an EV, you're not rocking Rally Radio.
Nah, it
There's
can't
one
be,
or the
son.
other, bro. We can't rock with you. But I will say this, however, when it comes down to the
Mhm.
dual clutch and manual transmission, I guess it always depends on what you want out of the car. You know what I mean? I would like to believe that, like I said, when I bought my Type R,
Mhm.
that was something that it had to be manual. Like, not that the Type, because we knew the Type R came. I mean, period. Whatever I bought, was going to be manual.
So, all right, boom. So let's say you really want that Type R, but it only came with the dual clutch. What are you gonna do?
I wasn't getting it. I'll give you a prime example. I went all the way to Dodge. Everybody who rocks with us knows how much I love the Hellcat. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh, Hellcats is pigs and they whatever.
Who drinks is fire?
I love them. You know what I'm saying? So I went all the way to Dodge. I built the car at home, brought it into Dodge, built it, sat there, and was ready to sign my name. I said, listen, man. He said, yeah, you're going to get the 6.2 liter Hellcat, with the wide body. That's what you want. Okay. You're going to make sure you have the little wing on the back. You want the Alcantara Demon red seat belt. We have all of that for you, sir. I said, great. Yeah. I said everything. I was looking like Chili Willy, like, yeah. He said, we're going to have the brass monkey wheels. You know what I'm saying? We're going to make sure we put that on there gold. Your calipers are going to be red too. It's an electric blue car. He was selling me. Yeah. And then I said, yeah, manual. And he said, oh, for whatever reason, it's not letting me select the manual transmission.
Son, a record scratch when he did that.
Yo, son, it was like, I was like, okay, well, let's go in the back, fix that, and I'm gonna sign my name, right? He come back after 20 minutes. Oh, we still trying to see what's going on. He come back in another 20 minutes, and I'm just like, I know what it is.
Damn, son.
I know what it is. And they was like, oh, well, we're not doing the manual transmission in those cars right now. But we can get you a scat pack for about the same price. I said, yo, son, I'm gonna need you to take about 10 steps back. 10 steps back and get and shoot. Cause this is a duel.
He said, yo, but that's what I mean, though, right?
I didn't want it.
That's what I'm saying.
I didn't want it. And listen, and they tried to sell me an automatic Hellcat on the floor.
Damn.
After that, well, you can take this one. This one's only 60. I think they wanted 65,000.
Yeah.
I said, y'all want 65 because nobody wanted.
But that's what I mean, though, right? So
I was not happy.
In that application, you could get a manual or an auto or whatever, right?
I didn't want that. I want manual.
This is what I'm saying.
And let me tell you, and don't forget that I'm gonna get that car. Son.
Yeah.
One way or the other, I'm gonna get that car. I'm gonna have every
100%.
car I want. There's a Porsche out there with my name on it,
Yeah.
and there's a Hellcat out there with my name on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say,
That's
right?
a fact. Yeah.
It just really reiterated to me like how I just can't negotiate that.
So
if I could have a manual, I'm going to have it.
See, that's what I'm about to say. So if it comes with the option, you're gonna definitely go manual side.
Oh yeah. And if it don't, then I don't want it.
Okay. All right. I hear
But
that.
if it does not come with the option, what do you do?
Damn.
That's a better question.
No, that's an easy one for me.
Then you don't get the car?
Skipping it.
Okay, so
Skipping.
no wonder he was dogging the Supra the way he was. Oh, shout to Marlon, 2J Manual for the men amongst us.
Damn.
Slow cars come stick, faster cars are DCT. This is
That's
Vern.
hilarious. I know it gotta be.
He's talking reckless right. Vern is talking like
Yo, he's out of control right now, son. He's out of control, son.
I will say, but you know what though?
Mhm.
We talked about this too. Shout to Vern.
Mhm.
One of the reasons it's a slower car is because they haven't made no advancements to it.
Oh no, they choose not to.
And because they know that they'll have to keep selling them.
Yeah.
So and again, this is them telling you to keep an open mind.
That's a fact.
And they trying to merge you in with the autos, kid.
And didn't we figured out that the manual Supra, the new one, is faster than the older one around the track. Woof. So I guess the proof is in the pudding, though.
So Toyota is actually like, you know how they do.
We're gonna work on this manual transmission. We're gonna work on it.
Let me tell you, kid, if it's one thing I say about this Type R, is that when I put that thing in R plus, everything, the shifting is like, I love it. I love it. I really don't want to mess with it. I'll be honest with you, but I said,
cop the Flash Pro.
Yes, because you know why? Because I understand. Yo, shout to Vern. Vern is shooting. Vern said that BMW Supra. Oh boy,
Vern is out of control.
Yo, they shooting. But I will say this, right? It definitely was one of those kind of things where it's like, hey, I want this Type R. And not only that, I don't really want to touch it because I don't want to throw it off.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do feel like, yo, if this car had another 100 horsepower, 150 horsepower, unstoppable.
That's real.
I've chased down, even on my way here, even on my way here, BMW M3. Nice. I give it to him. It was nice. About what was it?
4-door?
No.
To my E92?
2-door. No, not E92. What year was this one? I want to say it was about. It's the newer one.
Talking about the M4 then?
No, it wasn't an M4. It was the last M3. Well, I want to say that last M3 was what, 20?
The last 2-door one was the 2013 or E92?
2013. He was getting walked fast. I give it to him.
Wait. We talking about the same one with the V8 in it, huh?
Yeah. But you know what? He can't dance.
Oh yeah, it happens though.
At the end of the day, listen. It don't matter what shoes you wear to the dance floor, bro.
That's
Can
a
you
fact.
Dance?
That's a fact, though.
And at the
That's
end
a
of
fact.
the day, that Type R could dance. There's no issue there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We do not advocate for speeding in here.
Not at all. Family show.
Test the beer, the one you're getting your feelings hurt. Say no more. That's it. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's it. I had to turn the music off for that.
I hear that, so I ain't mad.
That's a statement.
Damn. All right, that's it then. So I guess
test the beer, the one you're getting your feelings hurt.
I guess that's the second one for the manuals.
Yes,
that's it.
Well, at the end of the day, yo, shout to Vern. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I will say, however, like this Type R is just a great car.
I believe that.
It's a great car. And like I said, another 100 horsepower, another 100. Yo, the car, it would be a different car. And I don't mean like, because you can still control yourself in the turns. But it's the straight where it's at its weakest. It's you come out and you neck and neck, you could get beat there. But now if I come out with an extra 100,
yeah, for sure.
So shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. You know how we get down, man. First and foremost, I want to shout out to my guy Vern. He's tuned in today. Shout out to him, man. I think this is our first time seeing him tuned in, but we appreciate you
that 100%.
You know what I mean? And ultimately, I also want to shout out. And this is a very interesting shout out. I want to shout out all of the people out there who are actually car people. Like you have a lot of people who say they are, but I mean like actual car people. Shout to Damien.
Let's go.
Shout out to Damien because the other day he hit me up and he got a lot of things going on. And that's a whole nother thing too we're going to talk about because American versus foreign. This is always going to be an issue.
Man. I don't really think it's an issue, but carry on.
Nah, I tell you this.
Carry on.
At the end of the day, right? Who has the better V8?
Damn. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
American or foreign? Because we've seen this battle on other podcasts that we won't say, but it's very easy to say American. Yeah, they originated it. You know, it sounds great, but you got some foreign V8s.
Son, that is no joke.
That are no joke. And you know what? Shout to all of those that's tuned in, paying attention. Drop a couple of them in the comments or give us a call. Don't forget 516-206-0711.
And sound great. See, that's still an issue too, though, because there's some that sounds phenomenal.
Yeah. But I will say, however, though.
Okay.
Dodge made it tough for a lot of these V8s. They did.
Nah, they did 100%.
And that GT350R,
oh man, son.
They really made it tough.
They did.
Some of those are ridiculous. But in the meantime, shout to Vern. He said big M5.
Damn.
Early.
You see what I'm saying?
Early. Whoops. There we go. This is why I say, like, you know, it's very easy to say, oh, you know what? Yeah, you know, foreign Americans better than foreign. Gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, it's tough, son.
you got to be careful with that because when you're talking those kind of numbers and you're talking those kind of things,
Mhm.
you got to remember, man, that when it comes down to power,
Yeah.
or when it comes down to just all out efficiency with power, that's kind of where American engines lack. They're not as efficient
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get that. 100%.
as compared to a lot of the foreign V8s. You know what I'm saying? But I love them all the same, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We can't commit vehicular treason.
Nah, I can't, son.
But
Can't
at the end of the day, I love them all, bro.
Can't do it, son.
They show up with the V8, I'll be like this. Cheesing. Like this. It's a V8.
You wild, son.
But definitely something to think about, man. With that being said, we about to jump right into our next little segment. You know how we get down here at Rlly Radio, the podcast.
Let's go.
You know what it is.
Tech Talk with Pop the Bearded One and S.I. Shaw.
All right. With that being said, we're going to jump right into this tech talk. And this is actually a question that we did get from a listener. And, you know, something that they wanted to talk about. And I don't know if they tuned in right now, but if they are, at least they could look at it later. Turbo or nitrous?
Damn.
That's a very good question. Turbo or nitrous? What are the downsides of turbo?
I mean, turbo's all around fantastic. I don't know.
But it does have its downsides.
Not
Lag.
sure.
Lag, heat.
Minimal lag. You can
Heat.
control the heat.
But you got to really
You can control the lag.
You got to build up to that.
Sure, but I don't know. So nitrous to me sounds like just a bomb.
Shout
All-out bomb.
Shout to Vern. He said you can't run out of boost.
That's what I'm saying. That's all. I mean, you know, unless you spring a leak, then it's a Reynolds wrap.
You got a boost leak, you got a problem.
Yeah,
but
you
you
got
can
a
see
Reynolds
that
wrap.
in the PSI. You can see it when it's not scissors letting out.
Yeah.
It ain't really going up to where you want it to go to. Pounds of boost. But I will say, right? I had this conversation over the weekend, and what's going on, Jessica Grandy? We see you out here. Shout to she tuned in early. What's popping? She got the hoop, the bangle earrings, and the door knockers in the ears over there. But I will say, right, when it comes to turbo or nitrous,
I mean, turbo cars is more expensive.
I mean, nitrous cars could be. I mean, you do the wrong thing, you spray at the wrong time.
Son, I feel like that joint is just a straight up bomb, bro.
I mean, you riding around with a wild tank in the back, like whenever you're ready.
I mean, it's wild action packed though. It is action packed. I can say that.
And you know what cracks me up about it? Shout them all. He said turbo. You know what cracks me up about it though? Like when you're dealing with nitrous, like it makes me think about that first Fast and Furious because I can't front. Before that, I had never been in a car with nitrous. Now I have now, so I understand that it does work.
Yeah.
But the way that the movie portrayed it, it was crazy. He said, I need NOS. Nah, I need 2 of them. Damn.
I need the 50-pound.
Early. He said, matter of fact, yeah, those 2 over there and the big ones. Paul. Said I need it by tonight. Hey, yo. He was wilding with the lingo.
No, he was. Nah, for a fact.
At the end of the day, it's like, and he was turbo.
Yeah, on top of that.
So he was really wilding. So it's just, like I said, what's the downsides in your opinion? Outside of, okay, so we have downsides with turbo.
Yeah.
Downsides would be heat. Downsides would be lag, right? Leaks.
Yeah.
Boost leaks. But what else?
I mean, just from my experience, that maybe, you know, due to not tightening them correctly, blown off couplings.
Okay.
Wildness.
Okay. Yeah. You can definitely blow the couplings off and buy an intercooler. That would really suck. But other than that, you wouldn't say it's no real downfall to it.
I mean, I guess, you know, the turbo wearing out.
Now,
something like that.
That is an issue. Because I've seen it was a guy that I was looking at on YouTube
spinning the wheel out the exhaust, falling apart.
He actually, his turbo wheel, when he changed the turbo on his Type R, it looked like a rock or something had got into it, and it's like the blade was like,
blade all chewed up, spit it through the exhaust and all kind of craziness.
So obviously debris, weakness, things like that play a part, right? Now let's look at nitrous. What's the benefits of nitrous? 1,
no lag.
No lag.
Nowhere.
You press that button, bro. Sit. you're getting ejected.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
It's there,
Mm-hmm.
right? Instant horsepower.
Yeah.
Instant. You could range your numbers from an extra 50 to an extra 150 shot, and probably higher.
Yeah, 100%.
If you really rocking like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I would also say one of the benefits is that to me it's like a tune.
Yeah.
Right? Shout to Vern. He said every manufacturer is going turbo for a reason. They going turbo because they forced to.
No, but
remember, turbo is efficient.
Yeah.
It's cleaner.
Yeah.
Not because it uses the exhaust
all that
to burn the turbo, to use the turbo.
But the turbo cars always cost more though. But that, and they also get the seller higher because it's a lot to produce those cars.
Yes, it is. But with nitrous, it's like with nitrous, you could just turn like okay, fine. I got this extra 200 horsepower at this button. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout to SP. He said too much boost. Goodbye valves and pistons. He's right. Detonation is a problem.
You lift the head all crazy, you know.
Sheesh.
Yo,
what did you say? He said he lift the what? Is that what he said? Lift the head? Hey, yo. He went there. But you are right. Too much boost and goodbye valves. And we've seen that too.
Absolutely.
Not enough fuel.
Damn.
But that's also a problem with nitrous too. Those, anytime you add a high horsepower application to your engine, you definitely have to make sure your fuel numbers are right and that you're attuned. NOS burns valves. Yes, they do.
Damn.
So it definitely, I hate calling it NOS too, by the way. But at the end of the day, it is true.
Yeah, it is 100%.
So let's put it in the case of you buy a Ford Mustang GT500, the one you had before.
Okay.
And you have a choice. You can go boost or you can go with a bottle. What do you think is better for that car and why?
Remember, it comes supercharged, so I'm just gonna leave it supercharged. I ain't even gonna throw the juice on it.
So you're not even gonna throw nitrous on it?
Mm-mm.
No?
I feel like you do it right enough. You don't even need it. You don't even need the spray. I don't think you even need the spray, son.
bro.
Nah, son. Pause.
But I will say this. I think that when it comes down to it, nitrous is that secret weapon. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where turbo is the car.
Like
turbo is the car's built boosted. A lot of cars are built boosted. You can add boost to a lot of cars, But I mean, it's you can't hide that. You know what I'm saying? Like nitrous, you can hide.
Yeah, that's true.
Nitrous, you could damn sure hide. Nobody knows you got a bottle in your trunk. Nobody knows you got a bottle under your seat and run the lines under the body of the car into the manifold. Nobody knows that. But
that is true though. That is true.
I think ultimately, man, like out of all of the races that I've seen, all the times I've been to the races, watched the drag races, nitrous wins races.
Damn.
Nitrous wins races. I'm not saying turbo though. It does. It assists. But nitrous wins races. You could be losing and win a race off nitrous.
Yeah, that's a fact. You got a point with that.
You know what I mean? Cheat. Out the bird, he said you're cheating ass.
I mean, I feel like to even like nitrous to Shelby I had, I think that would make that car even more of a hooligan though.
Ruthless.
Yeah, I think it would be over the top though. But it depends. Like again, if we on the quarter mile, I don't know, son. What I had to throw the spray on it?
Why not? Just when you think you are like, think about it. If you really think about it, shout to everybody tuned in.
If you got enough, my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
If you got enough, if you got enough buses on them already, they can use all the
buses. Put it on.
Damn.
But I hear you. Go ahead. Here's the thing. If you got leagues on them, like you're already winning. You don't need nothing like that. But I'm talking about when that money run. We racing for 20,000.
Yo, if you come into that run unprepared, that's on you.
Okay.
So all right, cool. So in this instance, would you even do something like that? Would you even get into a race knowing that this person has a chance of having the juice in there?
If I have the chance of having the juice too, yeah. Listen, he shoot, you shoot. Here's what it is.
Damn.
Pause. It's just who ends up winning. You know what I mean? Shout to SP. He said, Marlon. He said, turbo off the exhaust pipe in the rear. Nobody's gonna know.
Yeah, until that thing start whistling up, sounding all crazy.
Yeah, I mean, he was like, oh, he's cheating.
Son.
But I will say this, right?
Mhm.
And like I said, I feel like nitrous is an end all. I feel like that's a real race weapon. Like that's not something you drive around in the street with. I mean, people do,
Yeah.
but obviously when they use it, they're using it because they're racing, right? So I feel like if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely consider nitrous over turbo.
Damn.
Because an all-American V8, let's take a LS, right? LS3, all-American V8. At the end of the day, they're gonna make their power.
Okay.
Probably putting about 450, 500.
Yeah, it depends which one.
Right?
Mhm.
But the blocks are built for that. You know what I mean? The blocks are built to withstand the nitrous. Now you just gotta make sure the fuel is right.
Well, we don't know if that's what it intended from the factory to be built that way.
Oh no, it's
but
never.
I get what you're saying.
It's
though,
never
like,
intended.
Yeah, I get where you're going.
Honda has not intended for a lot of things, but
Nah, that's not true.
Toyota wasn't
That ain't
intending to run 1,000 horsepower
That ain't
on
true.
a stock bottom.
That ain't true.
Stop
That's
it.
not true, son.
Yo,
That's not true. You trying to tell me when you putting this thing together, you like this, yo. Hold on, yo. We might have went too far. Come on, son.
no.
Nowadays it's a little different now. Now it's a little different. Now. It's either it is intended or it just can't do the job.
So you feel like Toyota intentionally built the 2J with a strong bottom end to take that much boost? You think they were
For
thinking
sure, because it's like what you said, like they building these things hoping to recoup the bread out of it.
Hmm.
So sure, I do. I definitely think they like, you know what? Yeah, we're gonna do this one right.
I will say this, however, right?
Mhm.
I will say this. Still, when it comes to the American, let's say just the American V8. I'm not talking about every V8 because I
Okay.
don't know all the specs sitting here right in front of you, but I will.
Okay.
Right? But thinking about it, you're looking at 450, 500 horsepower, right?
Yeah.
Strong enough bottom end to spray another 150 shots.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
Think about that.
I mean, I never seen a stock one on juice though. I couldn't tell.
I mean, I've seen the stock one on juice,
Damn.
but
Okay.
upgraded fuel system, obviously. Upgraded fuel system.
Yeah.
You've seen the I've seen it before.
Okay.
It actually used to be common practice with them, and if they blow it, they didn't care because at the end of the day, it was an American made V8. You could buy more parts. It was cheap. Now, got to be careful now.
So you saying a NA with juice is more practical?
NA with juice, not for daily use.
It could be for daily use.
Nah, son, no. If you out here squeezing nitrous on the belt, yo, I will hope not. Ooh. But I will say, however, I believe racing wise, yeah, quarter mile. So I don't mean like a
I was
whole,
about to say like no,
not no roll racing or or a mile race or something like that. No, I mean something you need a quick snafu and you up out of there. Yeah, it got to be that. Shout to Marlon. He said that's if I show you my engine and their turbo system that even you look under the hood, you still can't tell. It's true. You got some people out there like that. You know how to hide things well. But I mean in an all out race, I'm gonna have a technician look at his car.
Yeah, you stupid.
We're gonna have a Jesse from Fast and Furious. He's like, I take that back too, Jay. Oh, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna have somebody looking up under the hood.
That's a fact.
But I will say though, I think racing wise, I think nothing could beat an extra 150 horsepower
out of nowhere.
But
see, this is what I mean though. Like, if you already got the jump on them, it's game. You got a good enough jump.
You treat them. If you treat them,
yeah.
Like as soon as the tree, boop, 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 you out of there.
You going like, oh, where he going? Like one of those, and then what? Now you gotta wait. Because remember, you can't just hit that right off the gate because what are you gonna do? You're gonna spin up.
Okay.
Finish.
So
finish now.
So now we're gonna take a call. Like let's say in the left lane you have an Evo.
Okay, still gonna spin up.
Problem.
You still gonna spin up though if you hit
you're gonna spin up if you hit it out the gate, but I don't know if you're gonna treat him. I don't know if you're gonna treat an Evo. Like I mean, like
I don't know neither, but
he getting off the line.
Nah, he's skating off there. But that's what I mean. It depends on the application you're using, I guess.
I mean, but in all honesty, you could catch him upstairs.
Son, how if the launch game is crazy and then the top end is out of this world?
A lot of times with those Evos, though, it's like
They don't run out of steam when they get up there. They don't run out of steam, son.
They do. I've seen. Tell you this, and you know, somebody broke it down to me like science. Like
Okay.
all-wheel drive cars, right?
Yeah.
They're all-wheel drive all the time, right? It's easier. They could get moving in the slow and mid. They could get up, but it's like when they get up high end, all them wheels moving at the same time.
Yeah.
But now if you got something that's being pushed, or you got rear wheel, it's like
I get where you're going.
It's very much easier for them to keep excelling. But they gotta catch you, and that's you. And see, remember that was always the plight with a front wheel drive car versus rear wheel drive car.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, in racing, right? Theoretically, front wheel drive cars didn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But the only place where they really stood a chance wasn't from the dig. It was from It was upstairs. I can catch you later. I will reel you in. You feel what I'm saying? Very rarely do you see a lot of these Civics that could leave, like, you know what I'm saying? Like as compared to an Evo, unless these guys are really good at what they're doing.
That makes sense, though, son.
So just something to
That
think
makes
about,
sense,
man.
man.
You know how we get down, man. It's the bearded one.
That's our show, man. Let's go.
Now we get down here, man. Shout out to everybody tuned in, paying attention. You know how we get down. Don't forget, man, you know where to find us on YouTube at Gutterball Rally. We're going to jump right in. Got another thing we wanted to bring up in here,
Let's
man.
go.
And not for nothing. This, to me, you know, you have one of those kind of situations where if this is not done right, this could be a problem. We talking about Dodge.
Damn, let's go.
Dodge secretly ran a hurricane-powered Challenger drag pack during Roadkill Nights. Now, for those that don't know, shout the demonology. Roadkill Nights was the other night. Now, everybody knows Roadkill Nights is something that Dodge is really pushing.
Yeah.
Because they're doing a lot of drag racing, a lot of cars coming out, right? Shout to Demonology, look like he running the show. He got an 05 Charger.
Okay.
Fully built Hellcat motor in it, and it's crazy.
Manual?
Yeah, no. You know, even his Demon ain't manual. But they did run up against a Hellcat powered Viper. Very interesting. 90, 93 body, 94 body around
Okay,
there.
like one of the first generation.
One of the first generation Vipers.
A
So
Hellcat Viper, what do you mean by that? Like, I don't understand.
they took the V10 out and put a Hellcat motor in it.
How you feel about that? That's interesting.
I'm gonna tell you the truth
Keep
because
it a
of
buckle. Keep it a beanie.
When you look at the horsepower numbers, that Hellcat motor is it's more efficient. It's got how much years of research and development on that very first Viper motor, on Viper engine.
Okay.
So it's probably cost-wise cheaper to build that Hellcat to oblivion than it is that Viper engine, especially in the drag race.
But nitrous. Nitrous, right?
Okay. I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
What is that bottom end like?
Now, I can't front. I have seen a race between a vet. It was a vet they used to call Jaws. And it was a Dodge Viper. And this Viper ACR too wore him out. And you know how you wore him out? Spray.
This is what I'm saying.
Viper was turbo. I mean, the vet was turbo. Nasty. And right when that vet thought he was winning, man, that V10 and that spray, yeah.
And then remember, some of these engines react crazy on spray though.
This is true, and I think
some of them are built a little like, oh, why
the
does it react
Viper's
this
engine
way?
is one of them. But I would like to believe that they did this more for the sheer shock value,
probably,
than anything else. But Dodge secretly ran a hurricane-powered Challenger drag pack during Roadkill Nights. Now, the reason why I say you got to be careful with this, right? Because we talked about this, and we all know the Hurricane
ain't got that turbo.
Yes,
turbo engine they got. Okay,
turbo 6-cylinder.
Yeah.
Now everybody knows, you know, they're getting away from the V8, and we're not happy about it. But at the end of the day, we know this is what's coming, right? It's rumored that the specifics of the Dodge Challenger Hurricane drag pack is that the Cat 3 crate engine under the hood produced 550 horsepower and 531 foot-pounds of torque. That's crazy.
How much torque on that? How much?
531 pounds of torque. 550 horsepower.
Is twin turbo charge or single turbo?
Single turbo.
It's interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah, it is. 100%.
That is interesting.
It is.
And it's like now when you look at it, it's like, can they compete? Did you know that even some of them Dodge Hornets is gonna have
The Hurricane engine, right?
a gas engine in it.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I thought all the Hornets was
still,
gonna be EV.
it's still it's like an SUV crossover thing,
Right,
though, right?
But I thought they was gonna be EV.
Okay,
They not. I thought there's something that's gonna be gas.
that's ridiculous though, because the Hornet was a car.
GLHR they going for. What's the what was the Dodge Omni? You had the GL, the GLH.
Yeah, you had the GLH. Then you also have the
You had the Super Spec.
yeah.
Telling you.
I don't know.
So with that being said,
Mhm.
how are you feeling about that as far as a Turbo 6 replacing that 8? I mean, we kind of have an idea, but with numbers like that, 531 foot-pounds, I'm talking 550 horsepower. Now, obviously, this was in the drag pack, so this probably was work done.
Oh, so see, if it was like you said, if it had, you know what I'm saying, if they put a little work on it, it's a little different now.
Right.
But as far as replacing the V8, I don't know, man.
It is a crate. It's a crate engine.
Oh,
It's a crate engine. So you're buying it.
I like it. I won't like it in a Challenger or a Charger though.
What would you put it in?
Mm.
You had to stay Dodge.
If I had to stay Dodge,
Yes, sir.
If I had to stay Dodge,
Yes, sir.
damn.
To this day.
Yeah, if I had to stay Dodge, damn.
Uh-huh.
That's real. That's an interesting one right there, son. That means I have to do a conversion to make it rear-wheel drive and everything too.
Yes. Well, no, you don't have to. I mean, at the end of the day, what would you? I mean, if it's not going in the Challenger, and me personally, I think that would be. I don't think that would be a cardinal sin. I think that if you get the right Challenger,
I mean, they got V6 ones out now,
there
but it's
you
like,
go.
but
and that's the
but
one
that
I
don't
would go
get you.
for.
But that don't get you excited though.
If it's manual,
Sure, yeah. If it's manual,
I want to say, hold
I'm
up.
definitely going to if it's manual, but still,
Manual 550, 531. This is putting out more power than the Apache 392 V8.
yeah, because they had to throw boost at it though.
Oh, so you're against that now?
No, I'm not though. But they had to
Oh.
throw boost at it though.
Oh, okay. Let's make sure we're on the same page. 550 horsepower? Really?
I don't know.
We just talked about what we would rather. You kind of strayed away from the bottom.
I don't know, man. That's interesting, son. That's very interesting right there. Like
We're talking about a turbo,
mhm,
a turbo 6
mhm.
Challenger. We already know there's V6 Challengers out there.
Mhm.
Would this not blow your mind? I guess he got to wear something out in front of you. That's the only way.
I don't know. Is a nasty idol?
I mean, tune it. And remember, Dodge is tuning.
So it's a crate though. So it's not going to necessarily come in a car. It's not.
Well, we don't know. That's the whole thing with Dodge. And
All right,
Tim
so
Kuniskis.
you know what?
It could.
You know what though? Like you said, if they got to go away with the V8 and it's supposed to be like that,
Yes.
6-speed is the only way it's going to be appealing to me.
Okay.
It got to have the 6-speed.
Listen, 6-speed, 5-speed, whatever speed.
Oh, yeah,
We're
sure.
talking 550, 531, 6 turbo versus a 500 horsepower V8. Think about that. We're talking about the Scat Pack putting out, what, 485
Yeah.
horsepower,
Mhm,
right?
mhm.
550 on boost?
That is nice though. You're right. Maybe because I'm still thinking about how they only truly need a V8 in there. But I guess I don't know, man. It sounds
Now
interesting,
you
son.
don't want to cop.
Nah.
That's what it is.
I'm definitely for it though. But I gotta see it in person, son. It gotta make sense when I look at it, son.
What? Did you just hear these numbers I just
Son,
dropped on you?
how much space is gonna be in that engine bay?
What? It's an American.
It's gonna look weird.
Son, it's an American car that used to have a V8 in it. There's no way it's not gonna have enough space. Son. I can't believe you said that.
No, I'm talking about it's gonna have a lot of space in it. I'm saying.
Of course it is,
I don't know, son. I gotta see it in person.
kid. So you mean to tell this guy?
I don't
Yo,
know,
you're a
son.
funny cat.
I
B.
don't know, B. It's a tough one.
I don't know, man. He's wild. So okay, this thing is technically putting out more horsepower than some of the V8s. Some of the only V8s that we would respect, 6.4 liter, right? Scat. Put more power. You mean to tell me you wouldn't cop?
How's it gonna sound?
Like boost.
Sound like boost.
It's gonna sound like turbo. You mean to tell me you're not rocking with that?
Yo, it sounds crazy. It definitely, the numbers definitely sound impressive and everything like that. But
You and your feelings.
nah, I gotta see it, man. I gotta see it. It gotta make sense.
Shout out to everybody who's
It gotta
tuned in,
make
paying
sense,
attention. Drop your answers in the bottom. Would you take a turbo 6 that's putting out more horsepower than the V8? That's a good question.
In the Dodge Challenger, you gotta give them everything. You gotta
Fine, in the Dodge Challenger.
Charger joint.
Charger, Challenger, whatever. You pull up on a dude that is not a Hellcat, and he's talking reckless.
Okay.
And you give him the tires.
You give him the tires first off. You probably gonna spin up way more because you putting out more torque. So at this point, I'm going. What are you doing at this point? I'm out of there now.
At what point do we meet max horsepower with those cars?
Well, first off, those V8s they make about all they torque down low.
Okay.
So I don't know now.
So now the turbo's pushing you over that. The turbo's pushing you up towards the higher end because that's when your boost is kicking in.
In the middle of the turbo car doing that, all your tires are gonna be laying out on the streets, huh?
So
you ain't gonna never hook up.
So you mean to tell me, yo, shout to Vern. He said GTR is a V6. That's the truth, but
that is very true.
But they
and
also all-wheel drive.
Yeah, and they auto. I'm good.
Damn.
I'm good.
Shots fired. V6 is boost probably. That's what I'm saying. Shout to Vern. It's gonna be crazy, son. Yo, if they get this thing right, Dodge may have saved themselves because everybody knows them leaving this V8 is a problem.
But that's what. Again, it's like how many people you thinking like, you know what though? That Turbo 6 is through the roof though. However,
what? You got dude.
It needs an 8.
Listen. Once you got dude driving around with a V8 automatic thinking they killing something, all things are off the table.
But this goes right back to like, let's say again when Lamborghini and them ditched the 8s, the 10s, and all that. Now they got a 6. Now what? They can make a 700 horsepower 6 Redline 9000. They saved? They good?
Is it powerful?
700 horsepower redlining at 9,000 RPMs. Did they save themselves?
So let's.
That's like the same conversation.
Shout to Zoom for Zoom. He said, "Don't want no turbo and no effing Dodge. Got to have that V8 and Hemi and American muscle."
See, Zoom for Zoom is on to something, and a lot of people not gonna be able to get away from that. It don't matter if it's putting out 550, which sound crazy for pounds of torque.
Until the proper tuners get to this car. Trust me when I tell you.
Yo, tune into the side. We talking about right out the gate, out the box. They pull up your beta one. I got this Turbo 6 Challenger. What's up?
And how you got a Turbo 6? Okay, cool. We gonna run. Now we run, and he blows your doors off.
That's if he got a tire. He needs a tire.
That's fine. But we talking stock for stock.
I'm talking about you just got the car 25 minutes ago. And you see somebody else with the Scat Pack.
Horsepower numbers say he will blow the doors off a Scat Pack. 550 horse. 531 foot-pounds of torque, son.
In the middle of that, you gotta find traction somewhere over there. So
in
the middle of that,
and the 485 won't have no issue.
Oh no, you gonna have traction issues for a split moment versus that. That's gonna eat up. I'm telling you, your tires is gonna be somewhere over there
until I drop second.
Until you drop second, more tires, more tires.
Listen, I'm telling you, y'all. Listen, you can say what you want. Shout to Zoom for Zoom. Everybody has their preference. I will say this though, Dodge may, if this thing performed,
it's gonna perform.
I watched it. It performed. I had no idea. It was like until I read the article. I was like,
I'm gonna have to look into it. I have no doubt.
Oh, it's on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
When you get a chance, check it out. Because my thing is, if this is how this thing performs, they may have saved themselves.
So you ain't even getting a Hellcat no more then. That's all I'm hearing.
No, I still want the V8 menu.
For what?
What you mean for what?
It's Turbo 6. It got mad power torque. What are you talking about?
I'm not drag racing.
Yo, this guy, son.
Point blank, period. Shout to Vern. He says Scats ain't fast anyway. Talking wreck. Damn. This is what I'm saying, fam. And listen. At the end of the day, you feel like you losing, get a boost controller. Shit could be a problem.
Or you feel like you losing, just get the juice.
Get a boost controller. You think that bottom end ain't gonna be able to handle it?
I don't know at this point.
So you turn up think about this, son. Think about that for a minute, son. You get to turn the boost up. Nah, you already know.
Turn the boost up, pistons to the sun.
This is hilarious. He just doesn't want to cop.
100 feet of oil on the ground.
With that being said, we gonna move on, y'all, because he is not copping.
Driver's etiquette. Because sometimes you got to get this.
I'm just saying.
Chest.
It's driver's etiquette, man, because obviously we have he will not cop today.
I'm just saying, son.
I get it. At the same breath, though, shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. We're going to talk about a little driver's etiquette today. Today is going to be a little interesting, and I know we're running short on time. We did start late. Shout to my phone for saving my life. But,
yeah,
when it comes down to parts.
Yeah.
What's your threshold? Are you one of those kind of people like would you get, it's hard to say.
Okay.
Let's say we talking about parts from a reputable company or parts from a non-reputable company, but that's supposed to be the same thing. What would you do?
Damn.
Let's say, for instance, we talk about a downpipe, right? Okay, listen, I'm gonna get a downpipe,
Okay.
3-inch downpipe or 5-inch downpipe.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
you
yeah.
2J cats, you know how
Yeah.
you get down. The bigger the downpipe, the better.
Yo.
Yowzers. The language, the
Yeah.
vernacular.
Mhm.
But 5-inch downpipe from HKS,
Damn.
and then you have a 5-inch downpipe
Mhm.
from SKH,
Damn. They cousin.
the long lost cousin. The HKS one is about $1,500, but it's guaranteed by their research and
Yeah,
development
yeah.
that it's gonna make you another 250 horsepower.
Mhm.
And SK8 says, we don't got to charge you all that money, but this downpipe's going to make you horsepower. Which one are you buying?
Damn, that's interesting, son. That's very interesting. So do SKH, do they have any type of like history though? Like they've been around, but what? They haven't really made it mainstream or
Pookie up the street just bought one for his 2J. He look like he making a little bit of power. That's
Pookie,
all we know.
That's all we know. Pookie got one. Okay. Did the flanges stay on? Like, how's the welds? Because now I gotta watch it all.
Well, look, you gotta look at the picture.
Okay. Damn. So HKS won 1,500, but they want like a rack.
They want $899.
They want $899.
Big oof. It look like you turning.
$899. Did I have to go to BJ's and get my son some pull-ups or nah?
No.
I'm getting SKH then.
You're getting the SK8
Going.
regardless of the fact that you are not sure how much power this thing's gonna make you. Versus HKS, who was tried and true.
Nah, so they long lost cousin gotta have some type of guarantee to it though.
Shout to Vern. He said depending on fitment.
That's not bad. The cousins could probably fit a little differently.
I don't know. I find that very interesting.
If the fitment is right, the welds is good, it looks right, and you're making some power. I don't know. So I'm talking about like it looks good, like they done did it. Some titanium, this material they got going on.
I feel like
I'm probably going, son.
Really? So company.
What is it worth to give them a shot?
$899. And if it don't work, what do you do?
If I don't gotta explain to the wife that I just dropped 900 on this downpipe, then we good.
Said I ain't gotta explain to wifey. Yeah, okay.
We good. I said if I don't gotta explain, then we all right. If I gotta justify it,
like yo, I gotta spend another $1,500.
That's a little different now.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. A reputable company means a lot to me.
Okay.
It really does. Like even looking for parts for the Type R, it's like, yeah, you got 1,000 companies out there. And it's like I'm looking at them, and it's just, obviously I boiled it down to who I'm gonna rock with. But you just see so many different companies that's making so many different parts. It reminds me even with my CRX, with Hondas in general.
I agree.
There was a point where you could buy any kind of intake from anywhere, but would you get an AAM?
Man,
well, AAM want $50 more. I'm gonna go with the engine. Like, nah, son.
Yo, if it makes sense, though, I feel like it gotta make sense across the board in order to give that other manufacturer a go.
I feel like that manufacturer has to prove to me that not only are you better, that you're better at a cheaper rate. Because I don't want to shout to Darth Spalding. He said it right. He said reputation equals reputable equals reputation.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It's very hard for me to be like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna jump in with this company I know nothing about.
But that's just like when let's say HKS, for example, when they came back out, somebody had to give them a shot.
Nah, well,
no.
Let's keep it in mind. HKS was dealing with a lot of.
But I'm saying, but people had to give them a shot.
But the auto companies was dealing with them at one point. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and they was building race cars. Like,
but that's okay. Now let's say the cousins build cars.
They have a long way to go. Because you're talking about HKS, bro. We're not talking about you know what I'm saying? We're talking about a really reputable brand.
I know.
We're talking about shout to Vern. He said AAM version 2. If you got to choose, it's like I remember getting into the game. There was a lot of ways you could go for tuning. You know what I'm saying? Remember you had Neptune. Yeah, you had a lot of different tuning companies going on. But Cats is when it come to, especially, I'm gonna just speak about Honda. When it came down to it, it's like, yo, would you trust any of them over Honda? You know?
Yeah, I get it. I get it. 100%.
So I feel like reputable brands mean a lot. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to get your take on that, man. You know, we running short on
that
time.
makes sense though. That makes sense though. It's like, but what is it? If the dough wasn't a problem, what is it to give him a shot though?
If the dough wasn't an issue,
it's not a problem. Like you said, $1,500 for that downpipe, $899 for this downpipe.
The only way I could see me giving them a shout is if it benefits me all the way. Meaning, are they sponsoring me? If you sponsor me and you give me this turbo downpipe,
okay,
and I tape it and I show people that it really works, and I got this one for free, and I help you sell more, then that's cool.
Okay,
I tell you what, that's one thing you're not gonna get from HKS though. So that is probably
okay.
Like you'll get that from SKH because they trying to they trying to build a brand.
Okay,
HKS already built a brand.
So what if you get the downpipe from the long lost cousin and it's putting out exactly one more extra horsepower and a 0.5 foot-pounds more of torque? Now what?
At $899, HKS is in trouble. At that price point, HKS is in trouble.
I hear that.
But you very rarely see that though. At the end of the day, most of the time that I've been dealing with this car thing or looking for parts, you never really get that bang for your buck that everybody. You know, let me not say that. You do get it from time to time, but it's really the longevity. And at the end of the day, it's like you can see there's a difference in those parts.
Yeah, it is.
There's a difference. Like you said, just look at the quality of the welds in general. You know what I mean? Like you get dudes that was buying the big tube exhaust, and they're like, yeah, you know, I got the big tube exhaust. You know, I got it from this spot because I didn't want to pay from Skunk.
Yeah.
5 years later, it's rusted out crazy. Dense. You know what I'm saying? Like the dents break, the pipes was break. So you got to really think about that, man. With that being
that makes
said,
sense.
Definitely. With that being said, man, we're going to move right on. We're running short on time, kid. You ready for him, man? We got one more segment. We got 2 more segments for y'all. Y'all know how we get down. You ready for this?
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
Let's go. What you got for me today, man?
Yo,
Real legend.
I think this legend is pretty interesting right here.
Let's go.
You know, so this is a 1977 Mitsubishi Galant GTO. Wow. Yeah, son. So this one's definitely a classic one right here, son. First off, this one never came to America. You know, we don't get the cool cars.
Of course not.
Don't get the cool cars, right? But what makes this car pretty interesting is, you know, at that time period, these cars was aimed at, certain cars was aimed at, or they had a specific aim. You know what I'm saying? And that was what? The drive.
Yes.
The experience of driving. And this car for sure delivered that. Not for nothing, though. It was, you know, front engine, rear-wheel drive.
Yes.
5-speed manual, son. I'm telling you, like
5-speed manual.
And not for nothing. Remember, the GTO, that nameplate was gone for a while.
Yes. And
it came back in the 90s. So this was the first car to even start that. And another thing that made this car crazy, even in Japan at the time, this joint was dual overhead cams. That was rare out there at that time.
Oh yeah.
And this had it, huh?
Oh yeah. Wow.
This is one of the cars that had that.
Son. And what year we talking? 1970 to 1977?
Yes, huh?
You know, that was rare, like you said, because at that time everything was really single, especially like when you look at the Z numbers.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And this drink was dual and it was double carbureted.
Wow.
Come on, son. And not for nothing, they developed this car to even race it. What's the championship out there? The
JGTC?
Yeah. It was developed for that, son.
Japanese Grand Touring Championship.
Yeah, son. They developed a car for that, B.
Wow.
So, and not for nothing, the reason why I picked the Galant is because you don't really hear about the older ones. You only hear about the V4R?
The VR4.
VR4 one or something like that. You don't ever hear that they had a GTO version years ago.
And it's funny.
And I started it all.
It's funny whenever I hear GTR, I wouldn't think Mitsubishi.
This is what I'm saying.
First thing come to mind is Pontiac. I mean, like,
but that's not even the case. You see?
Yeah,
exactly. So
I gotta say that's actually interesting.
This Galant right here was definitely it wasn't a numbers game, and it made crazy horsepower. I probably made what, like 123.
But what's that for then?
It was a lot, and it was a light car.
Let's go with that.
I'm telling you, Sean.
That being said,
let's go, y'all.
Legends of Auto. Real legends never die.
No dual clutch over here, baby.
Oh,
that's it.
No dual clutch.
No
As a
dual
matter
clutch.
of fact, you back it down in the first gear, it may turn on you. You be careful. These older cars, like them older bikes,
pure.
Pure.
Son.
You got to.
I'm telling
you
you,
make
son.
a mistake, it's gonna let you know.
Telling you, kid.
Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. You know how
Let's
we
go.
get down, man. It's been one heck of a show. We sorry for starting out so late, man, but it was definitely worth the wait. We had a lot of things to talk about, but it's definitely gonna be some interesting things. We're gonna talk about it right now. You ready? Let's go.
The newest and freshest modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rlly Radio.
All right. Looks like Aston Martin's new DB12 is a 671 Grand Tourer that can deliver supercar intensity. Well, tell you what, man. Aston Martin is definitely coming on strong. They're trying to finish the time off strong. It's definitely being good for them. But I will say, however, I'm actually in love with this one. If you can see this one, this new DB12 is actually beautiful. We're gonna make sure we put up a picture of it. I feel like I thought I saw it in the street.
Let's Aston Martin at it again.
Aston Martin's at it again, bro. They are at it again. They look like they following Ferrari's lead. Aston Martin has introduced an arsenal of chassis technology, and it looks like for this one they went with the wrap Michelin pilots.
Damn, son.
Tires, come on, son. We could get all in. You already know it's making power, so we ain't got to get too crazy into that. But it is a rear-wheel drive configuration.
Is it a V8 or V12?
It is actually a V8.
Probably V8 twin turbo madness.
Ridiculous. Well, wait. Excuse me. It looks like they have a cranked up version. They said don't expect the V12 option here, but it does have the V8. So hopefully they will put a V12 in it manual. But for the meantime, you know how we get down.
The newest and freshest modifications, parts, and fashion. Only on Rlly Radio.
All right. With that being said, we have reached the end of the show. You know how we get down.
Let's go.
And we are gonna have to pick somebody. So somebody's gonna have to come on down.
Damn.
It's the understeer.
What up?
Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
All right. So our understeer. I know these some of these are very, 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 how do I say, they're very controversial.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But sometimes you just gotta reach in and you gotta let people know the truth. Steph from Mod to Fame, come on down. Kind of get the understeer, bro.
Understeer for this one?
Yeah, he said something that I really didn't agree with.
What he said?
He said BMWs are not race cars. Oh, I don't know if I agree with that.
Dang.
I don't know if I agree with that. I don't, and you know what? We're gonna talk about it a little bit. I don't know if he meant as far as
what?
Drag racing or roll racing or whatever you do.
Can't be roll racing. They started in that.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't know what he meant by that. Maybe he means these BMWs, but let's not get it twisted. When it comes to a lot of American brands, a lot of them only raced in America.
Damn.
You don't want us to go through BMW's heritage of racing.
Nah, you can't do that.
So I'm trying to understand. Maybe he could clarify that. But for now, on this show, until he could come here and clarify it different,
Let's go. Understeer. What up? Where we like to ask, what the hell were you thinking?
And that's just what it's going to be.
That's a fact.
Sorry.
That's a fact.
Sometimes you got to call people out. I don't agree with that. He said, I'm going to make a statement. A BMW is not a race car. Exactly what do you mean, sir?
Damn.
I don't know if you mean drag racing, you mean roll racing. I mean, like, I'm trying to understand because, you know, what you mean.
I mean, any racing in particular, it's like
roll racing, like ROLL racing. Yeah. Like, do they consider that racing? Like, is that like?
I don't even really know what that is.
Well, roll racing pretty much is they start from it's like
a certain mile an hour, then they go.
and then they dump it. It's like I don't know, you know.
I don't know neither, but you know,
he talking about drag racing. Listen, you got some drag. Listen, tell that to M Life around the corner from you has the fastest M competition car. Damn. They have the fastest M competition in the quarter mile, but hopefully we can get them on the show too.
Yeah, hopefully.
You already know what it is, man. It's the bearded one here. Yeah, you got to clear that up. It's the bearded one here.
S.I. Sean, baby. And I stand with the manuals on this episode, baby, because that's just it, son. If it ain't manual, then it's not even worth your time.
Say that again.
If it's not manual, it's not worth your time, man. I'm sorry to say, I don't even care about the application. I don't even care.
You don't care.
I don't care no more. That's it. I'm drawing the line.
If it ain't manual, I mean, I want it.
Nah, kid. I don't nothing to do with that thing. Nothing to do with it.
I hear you, kid.
Can't do it.
He's putting down the stamp, kid.
That's it. So I'm drawing the line in the sand, y'all.
Shout to everybody who's tuned in, paying attention. Now we get down. You know where to find us. Don't forget, you can check us out on YouTube at Gutterball Rally. YouTube at Gutterball Rally. Don't forget to share it to your people. Let them know what's going on. Let them know it's two dudes out here. We talking greasy. We talking reckless, but above all, we talking about cars. Let's go. So with that being said, until next week, you ain't got no shout outs?
Nah, I'm good.
I ain't got no shout outs. I do. Zoom for Zoom. Shout to Zoom for Zoom.
Let's go.
Shout to everybody who tuned in. Shout
Factory.
to Dr. Phil. Shout to Jay. Shout to Militime
Let's
NYC.
go.
Shout to Draco.
Mm-hmm.
Shout to everybody that tuned in, man.
100%,
We appreciate
son.
all of y'all, man. Dolph Spalding, thank you. Said another great show, fellas. We appreciate y'all greatly, man. Don't forget to share it out to your people. And with that being said, until next week, we
are
out.
Drop the clutch, hit the gas. Rally Radio, where the fast life meets the fast lane.
Yeah.
You're now tuned into Bars and Hoops Radio. Where the world of hip hop and sports live.
Dropping the clutch and then I hit the gas. Wheels screeching, tires burning, I'm flying past. Gotta get home quick, don't wanna miss the class. They schooling you on whips and how to make them fast. Talking about everything from cars to planes. What's hot, what's next, and how to flip the game. They talk in my language, we speak the same. That whip talk complex, but yet they keep it plain. From the news, the interviews, they keep it cool. They give reviews, everything from parts to tunes. Can't lose, come to whips, they not no fools. Don't miss the show, the start time is noon. The bearded one, S.I. Sean, they crazy though. You can't miss it, tune in to Rally Radio.
Where the fast life meets the fast lane.